Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's past midnight here, so it is technically Wednesday. As you will notice, I'm wearing the same thing as Commitment Tuesdays because I'm just now going home after a very consistent day of work. It is already Wednesday here in LA, and it's time for Consistency Wednesday. So, what are we going to be doing consistently to add on to that vision, right? That we have committed to, that we are clear about. So, Jerry Seinfeld, first and I think foremost and even only advice that he gives to comedians is don't ever break the chain. Meaning, write jokes every day, do your craft every day, grab a 365-day calendar where you can see the whole year and just cross a day every day that you accomplish something towards your goal, towards your career, towards the thing that you love to do, that you are here to do, that you have committed to doing it. Do it every day. So that's one macro way of looking at consistency. Another way that I like to talk about is to breaking it down. Break down your productive life, your creative life into 4 small incremental pillars here where you are pruning, priming, prototyping, and producing. Pruning means just like trees, just like weeds. What you are pruning out of your life is your dead branches, is your dead ends, right? It's all those bad friendships, bad relationships, bad agreements, bad habits, the things that sap our energies, that suck us dry and divert energy, divert life force that could be going to the actual supple branches to produce better, more supple fruit. So to not divert yourself, to not have so many branches that you're actually only producing a nice little fruit, but rather to prune as much of the dead ones or the weak ones so that the strong can get even stronger, so you can have more time, more energy, more creativity, more space in your life to create that which you are committed to creating. So bad habits and anything with a bad connotation out, right? Anybody here who is saying that they're committed to creating this life, this career, this pursuit, but instead are sitting on the couch binge watching XYZ, spending too much time on Twitter, Facebook, or what have you, that is not a social engagement of their work. Like today I spent a little time on social media posting videos, posting this. This is something that I'm doing consistently now, that I've committed to doing every day. So I'm doing this consistently. I work consistently. I saw 3 clients today. I was guest on a podcast. And by today I mean Tuesday, because my day's ending, maybe yours starting, but Tuesday, what I committed to do that I did consistently and that I'm going to continue to do consistently on Wednesday is building my business and doing everything that I can to inch ever closer to the thing that I'm becoming, doing, and creating in my life. So what is the equivalent for you in your life? What is the equivalent of binge watching and spending too much time on Twitter doing nothing of any productivity? How can you prune some of those and then priming yourself, creating a runway so that when your plane takes off, you are really in the creative flow? So priming is anything and everything that gets you into the flow of creativity. The favorite music, meditation, breathing, a long walk in the park, playing with your kids, with your dog, with your cat, having a joyful time that then creates a springboard where you can launch into creative work. instead of answering emails in the morning before you sit down to create and work, how about doing a 5-minute, breathing, centering exercise, or listening to some music, or taking a walk, just taking everything in. That's priming. Prototyping is the work you do when nobody's watching. Do it fearlessly, do it with tremendous amount of boldness and unrelenting forward momentum. Do it and do it again and do it again. It's not simply practice, but take chances, right? For people out there who are writers, do that first draft, that vomit draft, let everything come out without editing. Prototype the heck out of it. If you're a painter, many painters, many old painting, many painters that we love, artists that we know, when you do, I don't even know if it's X-ray or whatever, when you see through the final layer of the thing that we actually see, we've now discovered there were many sketches buried underneath that layer of art. Those were the prototype of what ended up being and becoming. Prototype yourself. Do you have a different personality trait that you want to exacerbate, that you want to be more of? You're more of the introvert, but you're putting yourself more into networking and hanging out with a different crowd. Prototype anything. Test. Continue to test things so you know what the edges of your life and your creativity and your creations are as you interact with your doing and yourself. And then finally, sit down to produce. Do one thing that is really not simply testing, but it's going towards that ultimate goal. So that's what you do consistent every day. That's the consistency. That's the pattern. You prune, you prime, you prototype, and you produce. And I'll see you tomorrow where we're going to talk about connection.